Ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa, konbanwa, guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend, guten Nacht, buenos dias, buenos noches, buenos tardes, bonjour, bonsoir, bienvenue, buongiorno, ahoy akosamasu, assalamu alaikum, mokarimaka, ki orda, ole, ai, hey, what it do, good morning, it's early morning streaming, it's early, it's morning, we're streaming The Real Monty Python, thank you for stopping by. It's not super early, but again, it is dark outside, so it's kind of throwing it off. But yeah, I'm streaming, so like 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 1 out of 3 is that I'm not the world's greatest baseball fan, but those are Hall of Fame numbers, right? Like you bat over 300 for your life. That's you'd be good, right? Like you bat over 600. Oh my god, enshrine you right away, unless you gamble on baseball, in which case rest in peace, poor Pete Rose. Not a big baseball guy. You know what? The funny thing is, I don't mind the sport of baseball, and I actually quite enjoy video game baseball, particularly if it's like Madcap, right? Like if it's like a wacky baseball game, then I quite enjoy it. I just I don't particularly like Major League Baseball in the way it's run. Like it's more of like an objection to the like overall top tier of it. Therefore, like I don't like baseball. But I don't know. That's something I was talking with my wife about, and we've mentioned a few times, and she's just sort of like she doesn't care. But I do have to make my own internal mental decision of like, do I want to go see a baseball game while we're in Japan? Because part of me says yeah, because it's a whole thing, right? Like it's a whole atmosphere. Like they're really into it, and like it might be fun. Like it's the sort of thing is she had a ton of fun going to the sumo. First time she saw a sumo, she didn't have like a whole lot of familiarity with it, and she loved it. And like at least in baseball, what's going on, right? Roughly the rules. You basically understand the premise, and like, oh, that was a good thing for the dude holding the bat, and that was a bad. Like it's discernible, it's scrutable. You can follow what's happening. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure all that out. Otherwise, do a little bit of bookkeeping, housekeeping, touching base for the 10 minutes of bullshit up front. I should get a little timer. That's like 10 minutes of bullshit. Like just in case someone comes by, like, why are you not playing a video game? Well, I'm giving people time to hop onto the stream. This is the way I do things. But from a general housekeeping perspective, shout out to Sequel Old Mill 4 for the follow. Thank you for following me yesterday while we were off the stream. I appreciate it. So you didn't catch one of these because the stream wasn't running, but hopefully OBS isn't going to be a little bitch. There you go, Sequel Old Mill. That one's for you if you happen to catch that. That's your thank you very much. Appreciate the follow. You're an officer, a gentleman. You're a gentleman. You're a scholar. You're all good things rolled in 1-to-1, and I wish nothing but the best for you. Our strike, our disagreement. You could call it a copyright strike, but like our momentary kerfluffle has been like, appealed and resolved. Right. We remain batting 1,000 on those. I don't know if we're gonna catch it again if we try to stream Pinball Spire, but something about the music in Pinball Spire is triggering like a it's basically copyright flags. Like it's getting the videos muted. The developer knows about it. They're working on it. But they said like, hey, yeah, you have blanket permission to stream this game, and I appealed it for that reason, and it seemed like it worked. So I might crack back into it. It seems like a fun game. I want to play it. I want to enjoy it. That will maybe just be like tomorrow. If you catch the calendar up front, you'll notice that most of the shit is like currently TBD, right? Like I don't really have much of a battle plan at the moment because of a myriad of factors. Like not the least of which is like, okay, am I going to keep getting muted with this shit? So the only game I actually have listed as having a date to play is Emio, right, which is playing today. Everything else I have is returning soon or to be determined, and a couple of the to be determined I've just sort of pushed off. Watch Your Plastic Duck seems fun, but I think we've plumbed the depths of that. There's not a whole lot left to do on that. Mouth washing, in theory, there's like a couple achievements you can get for. There's employee IDs. I don't know that. I don't want to bother doing that, so we just sort of said, okay, we're probably about done with that. And yeah, I mentioned Natsumon. I did the video game haiku review of that. I'm just gonna kind of call that like it was good. I might look at the DLC for that though. But honestly, I haven't beaten the main game. I'm realistically assuming it scales linearly, right? Because there's 30 days in a month. We're only at like the 16th or 17th day. I haven't even finished that main game. So I thought of like, well, let's go get the DLC. Seems slightly foolish to me. But I don't know. I enjoy playing that game. I like it very much. But you know that's a great reason to stream it, but it's not the only one. I want to pick something that's enjoyable to watch. So yeah, we'll have to figure out what the next handful of games are. I might do Pinball Spire tomorrow. We are definitely going to go back to Crypt Custodian. I have a feeling we're about to hit a boss area. That's just my video game bonus tingling and telling me that's it. And we will be playing Isaac. I have been doing the Isaac dailies on the side. Again, I don't normally stream them because I'm not very good, but I've been clearing lately, so maybe I will consider starting to stream that as well. Hard to say. Like the timing on that's weird. I don't always have time to do it either. Is the thing. What with work and family and stuff. So I don't know, but we can always get back to Isaac. And I have also did some like greed grinding here and there on the side. I don't think there's anything that's really worth watching. Me just sort of like try to creep through there and put money in the machine, like, you know. But hey, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But all right, we'll call that 10 minutes or so. So what we're doing today, Emio, the Smiling Man, from the Famicom Detective series of games. I'll be the first to say. Let me check the audio. Is that too loud? That's loud for me. That's fine. I haven't played any of the Famicom Detective Club games, which is weird because if you had asked me 5-10 years ago, yo, the Famicom Detective Club games are coming out in English, I would have thought I would have been a day one purchase. They announced that 2-pack. I don't remember what the game titles are. And I'm like, fucking great, let's do it. I got saucer-eyed, I got into it. And then they're like, yeah, they're download only. And for whatever reason, where I currently am in my like trajectory of playing Nintendo games, it just sucked the air out of it, and I don't fully understand why. Like, I mean, I could, yeah, it's not a physical release, and I basically eschew for that platform anything that's not a physical download, anything that's not a physical game cartridge, except in like extraordinary circumstances, and it didn't meet that criteria, and I just couldn't bring myself to get it. So my wife she's aware of that. So when she heard of the Emio, this is going to have, or does have, a physical copy of it. I'm like, oh shit, I became interested. So this is, I think, the first, so the Famicom Detective Club are from like old Nintendo games, like from '85, probably, I think it is, on the Famicom, that were like sort of visual novel detective games. I wouldn't say they were for the Famicom Disk System. I think this Emio, this is a new story, like a modern story using that same conceit, whereas the last two that just came out, those were kind of like remakes. Doesn't matter that much, but yeah, I figured to check it out. As you can see on the screen, everyone who watches my stream is at least semi-literate. This is the demo version. That's intentional, and I mentioned it yesterday, but it's worth rehashing again. The thought process behind it is this. First, this type of game can be long, right? The visual novel can be a long game. You can spend a lot of time playing a visual novel. This is like a visual novel. If you're doing a visual novel where you have to pause and think, it could be even longer. Like a Phoenix Wright game, as much as I enjoy them, those take forever. I mean, they're at least for mine, they were huge time sucks, and there was a lot of sitting here like pondering, for like 20 minutes, half an hour, trying to figure out like what the hell do they want me to do. And if I'm only streaming about 2 hours a day or so, sometimes a little bit less than that, You know, we're gonna spend a quarter of it, have me sitting here just like pensively stroking my chin. That sounds like bad kabuki. So because of that, they can be kind of long. It also would be a weird point, like, where do we stop in the game? Well, this is the demo, so I'll play all of the demo. And if I'm done in an hour, it takes 4 hours, however, it's just the demo. It's a predefined, small little snippet of the game, and then that's it. And if I enjoyed it, and or we go through and like go, hey, people enjoyed watching it, then, you know, get the full version. Pretty simple. Second part of that is like, you know, hey, like, I can't find the physical copy yet. I looked, I didn't find it. There is a $90 version on Play Asia that's like a deluxe box set. The thing that's actually off-putting to me is surprisingly not the price, it's the deluxe boxness. I don't want, I have a couple of big box games, a couple of them are really nice. My wife got me a really cool Yuru Camp one, has a little action figure and stuff. Some of them are neat and I like having it for that, but sometimes it's just like, this is too much space. Like I have a finite amount of space. Like a little game case is this big, but you get this big box. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Right? Like it sounds neat on paper, but then you get to the practicality of having it. It's like, where am I gonna put this bigger box? So I just want it to be a smaller box. And obviously the final, hey, it's free. So it's a low cost of entry, literally none. So have the Switch hooked up. The audio looks good to me. I don't think it's competing with me too much. I am loud as fuck. So let's get into this, and it's gonna take me a few minutes, I'll tell you, to get my buttons unreversed in my brain. I've been doing things so often in what you would call Xbox mode, of where A is at the bottom and B is on the right. That it's gonna take me a little bit to get back to A this way, but I'll be right. So let's begin the investigation, shall we? Emio, the smiling man. All names, characters, business, places, events, and incidents in this game are fictitious. Any resemblance to actual persons, places, events is purely coincidental. I'm gonna call bullshit. Right there. Does this take place in Japan? Yeah, I mean, this is well beyond my... I have to play this with subtitles. This is well beyond anything I could handle as far as my Japanese is concerned.
Sensei, ohayou gozaimasu.
See, ohayou gozaimasu. We know that one. Oh. Nice animation. I'll also mention I haven't even watched anyone play these games. So my perspective is this is going to be like a visual novel. I should clarify that. If I haven't mentioned it before, like, I'm bad at watching people play video games for like a myriad of reasons, not the least of which is I find myself, if it's something I know how to play, I get frustrated, like, you're playing it wrong, give me the controller. But yeah. Real-time translate. Here we go. Yes, I will do my best. I'll let you know when I know what something... I'll close my eyes and I'll tell you if I know what the next line is. I'm ready for my workday at the Utsugi Detective Agency. Here we go. Close my eyes and let you know. Ready? Let's go.
Yeah. Ohio.
Yes, good morning. Ah, see that? Killed it. Nihongo Jozu. Right, one more time. Next one.
今朝はいい天気ですね。あ、そうだ。せっかくなので掃除でもしましょうか。
Ketsuwa, something. I'm gonna say it's nice weather, itenki, right? I heard itenki, which is nice weather, and that's all. So something about like what's Ketsuwa? Is that someone's name? But the weather is nice, and something else I don't know. Good morning, nice weather, isn't it? Maybe we should tidy up and open a window. Good morning, Ketsuwa. Did he say Ketsuwa? But there you go. That's it. One more last one. That's it. We're done.
先生からいいねという反応をもらい、窓を開けたその時。
Nope. I heard the ikara, so he's explaining that because something is good. So ikara, kara is a because or a causation. And he mentioned sensei, which would be like, you know, I don't know if he's going to call it teacher, like, or just sensei. But yeah, something about he didn't object, so I opened the window. That's when. So obviously this is, like I said, like it is beyond me. I couldn't follow what's happening. That's a Japanese phone ringing. How about a moshi moshi?
宇津木探偵事務所です。
Okay.
はい。はい。わかりました。今から向かいます。
A good amount of animation going on in this. Okay, so it's not quite as static as I thought it was going to be.
先生、何かあったんですか？
カマさんから応援の依頼が
That
入
was
ったんだ。
Kamada requesting your service. I'm headed to the
ちょうどいい。
scene, and you're coming with me.
鎌田警部から。
Inspector Kamada called us.
わかりま
Yes,
した。
sir. I should also stipulate that the way I have this currently set up, I'm actually playing the game while looking at the OBS capture. Since this is kind of like, a slow-paced game, there's going to be a little bit of a delay built into me, like my response time, but it should be fine. If they actually get to like an action sequence or something like that, where you have to have like real quick, low latency, I'll be fucked for this perspective. Prologue, a face. I didn't want to set up a second monitor input and do like a pass through. So I'm just watching the capture. That's some good Japanese background jazz happening. Right? It's like 2 or 3 degrees above 70s porn.
甲府市にある人気のない
Mitsuki drove to
排水ポンプ場だった。
in Kofuki Station City. I feel bad or weird talking over them if they're speaking, even if they're speaking in Japanese. But
宇
that's
津木探偵事務所の方ですね。ご苦労様です。
yeah, a nice little bit of animation,
お
right?
疲れ
Like
様です。
I was fully expecting like totally static shit. All right, so our options are ask, listen, think, and save. Quit. Okay, so let's.
何があったんですか？
ここで遺体が見つかったんだ。今朝、匿名の
I
通
got an
報があっ
anonymous
たん
tip
だ
this
よ。
morning. But yeah, you get this background music. Any game, like your Phoenix Wright is kind of like this as well, where like it has like every so often the occasional high note. We played. I think we played Ghost Trick. Did I stream Ghost Trick? I don't remember. I streamed Ghost Trick, but like anything that has like this is like Japanese criminology music, like 101. It's a body. I'm afraid got an anonymous tip this morning. Is that it?
男子中学生の遺体だったんだ。
The victim was young. I'd say middle school. You never get used to this kind of thing. I did get a warning on OBS, by the way. Like this is mature. Make sure you're set to mature. Apparently, this is going to be a bloody game. We need to keep asking questions. Talk to me about the victim.
着ていた制服から地
He's wearing a
元の
school
中学
uniform.
生だと見ているんだが、
Look,
身元は現在紹介中だよ。
always ask questions, right?
盗
Like
撮による窒息死だ。
strangled, so asphyxiation. Okay. I don't think technically that's correct. Right? Asphyxiation is when you inhale something other than air. Strangulation is if you cut off the blood flow, right? So it has nothing to do with the windpipe. That's the blood not getting your brains. That's strangulation. And suffocation is if you deprive them of oxygen. I think. I don't know. I'm not a big murder investigator. I do love detective stories. I don't know if I've ever covered that. I really so often I fall like deep into a detective movie rabbit hole or detective TV show rabbit hole and watch a shitload of them. So I like them. I'm fond of them. I do currently rate my detectives, my fictional detectives. My wife asked me this other day. I do think at the moment I kind of go, and this is fluid, but like Hercule Poirot, right? David Chauset's Poirot. Then I like Monk, right? Tony Shalhoub's Monk. Number 3 I currently have is Jonathan Creek. Alan Davies is Jonathan Creek. Magician's assistant lives in a windmill. Kind of cool. And then number 4, I right now have as Dirk Gently, specifically the Steve Mangan version of Dirk Gently. That's my top 4 fake detectives for different reasons, but I like them all very much. So we're going to try to like channel all of my inner detective watchings and see if we can't get to the bottom of it. Knives Out was excellent. Glass Onion was trash. That's what I have to say about that. Cause of death. Time of death.
夕べの9時頃
Our best guess right now is around 9 o'clock last night.
気づいたことね。
Our observation so far? Let me think about that. I should probably be writing this down. So let's think. Where's Mr. Utsugi? I can use some help with this guy. I guess. Ah, call and engage.
先生は向こうで警察の人と話している。
Let's listen to what people have to say for now. We'll do.
紐状のもので
The
首を
victim could
絞
have
められ
been
た。
strangled with rope or a cord. Some kind
被
of
害者につい
string.
て話せるのは
Sorry,
これぐら
but
いかな。
there's one other observation.
夕べの9時
Our
頃だ
best guess is around. Okay, so it's actually underneath observations.
あのことって何なんですか？
実は発見された
Well, it's not every day you find a body, let alone one that looks like this.
異様な様子？
Like what?
最初に見たときは正直ギョッとしたよ。あんな
I've never seen anything like it before. Okay.
君もあの被害者を見たら
I don't think I can describe it. You might just have to see it for yourself. Look and then examine. Let's look at the victim.
その被害者の遺体
Will
を
you take me to see the victim?
それはどうだろうか。探偵とはいえ、一般人に被害者を見せるのは不適切だとか世間がうるさいか
Yeah,
ら。
you go check with my clearances.
でもまあ、
On the other hand, I hate to bug them. You've done this before, right?
いいんですか？
Just taking me at my
ありが
word,
とうございます。
right? I'm a man of honor. I want to see a dead child. Just what could be more honorable than that? I want to see a victim of a murder. You can trust me. The reason you can trust me is because I want to see it. Who wants to see the victim of murder other than someone who's utterly trustworthy?
今回は
And
ちょ
that's
っと見
me.
るだけにしておいてくれよ。
Trustworthy murder hobo. Don't touch anything or anything like that. Yeah, I know. I mean, I can touch myself though, right? Oh, what are you doing?
やじ馬を止めもしないで
This is an active crime
どう
scene.
なってるの？こ
The
の
job
現
is
場
to
は。
keep looky-loos out. Again, good animation.
久世刑事、お疲れ様です。実はこの少年は
Otsukare, thank you for your hard work. A common, polite way of greeting a coworker, but also friends. Like friend people, Otsukare, thanks for the hard work.
自分でご挨拶します。僕は
Oh, he's a Jibun pronoun dude.
待って、そっちで話しましょう。
I don't want the corpse to hear us speaking. It's unprofessional.
で、誰なのあなた？
Please enter your first name. Oh, no. Do we have to? Is there not a... So that's the thing that drives me nuts. The Switch does it. There's no way for me to enter like Japanese. Just wind up entering Blaine in Japanese though, wouldn't I? At the end of the day, let's get it real, right? I know I could hit plus. Yes. Enter your last name. Well, that's a simple one. Gonna get all formal on us here. Now scan your driver's license and your passport. What is your AGI for last year? Yes. Very much so.
僕、宇津木探偵事務所の者です。
Okay.
探偵？
Detective?
その探偵が一体何のようなの？
Who do you think hired me?
あの、
こっちが聞いてるの。
It sounds like you're about to ask me a question, but you still haven't answered mine. Well, there's not an option for me to answer. Okay, I'll think.
刑事さん、ずいぶん僕が出しゃばってるのが。
I get the sense she's not happy about us being called in. I guess come talk.
聞いてるの？質問に答え。
I mean, I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer option.
刑事さん。
Let's look at the warning sign.
今はこちらの質問に答えなさい。キョロキョロしてないで質問に
I got it. You realize there isn't an option to answer though. All right, look at her.
女性刑事だ。敏腕刑事というイメージだな。
久世君、ご苦労様。
How's that me answering though? Me just Stare at her equals answer.
鎌田警部、お邪魔しています。
That's a real good video game detective. That's a real good Japanese video game detective. Square jaw, tie super loose, might as well not even be tied. Shirt undone to the second button. He's missing a cigarette though, but it is 2025, so they're probably gonna let him get away with it. But the disheveled hair, square jaw. That's a good video game detective. He's the murderer. He's the murderer, isn't he? Now that I've identified him as a good detective. Why don't we step out? You don't mind with a little help out? I keep saying it's good animation, but I realize these are basically just all VTubers, isn't it? This is like VTuber technology shoehorned into a video game. We've come full circle. We are now playing as the VTubers.
宇津木さんとは古い付き合いでな、ちょっと思うところがあって来てもらったのじゃ。
It is unpleasant
はじめま
business.
して、宇津木です。お仕事の邪魔をして申し訳ありません。
Ojamashmasu. Sorry to interrupt.
クゼです。
失礼ですが、どこかでお目にかかりませんでしたか？
Sure thing. I feel if we met before.
いえ、私立探偵に知り合いはおりません。
She won't make eye contact though.
私は現場に戻ります。
Is that not the lying direction? Eyes looking away, that's lying. Which is funny because I do that anyways. Like that's a social awkwardness. It's like if you revert your gaze, it means you're lying. No, it just means my body is not letting me stare at you. Mr. Sensual stops by. She wants the D. She wants the detective is what she wants. Let's get back. This one would become a D-tuber. Transition from a skin tuber to a D-tuber. And that D stands for detective. Oh, or your character is actually naked. We haven't fully established, not really, what my character is wearing. But if you look at the logical progression, dude on the right, fully buttoned up, fully dressed. Dude on the left, slowly, I'm at least topless. Right? That's the next phase of evolution. You working backwards up to fully dressed man is I am essential. I'm at least topless. Or if they get dressed like I do, pants go on after the dress shirt. Right? Dress shirt goes on first. Then tie starts to go on, and then pants go on. So yeah, I would have no pants on in this. Yes. So Mr. Sensual is correct as always, as it pertains to matters of my pants. I would be pantless. Let's just listen. Showing off the bait and tackle. The twig and berries. The wedding tackle, yeah. Letting her know. It's taking a turn for the erotic. About Kuze, her name was Kuze, right? She's surprisingly strict. Don't take it personally, Zilla. Call me Blaine. I'm trying to see the dead body. Look, I want to see a dead Hold on. This is not Stand By Me. The whole purpose is not to go see a dead child. Right? Although, if Kiefer Sutherland comes out and threatens me with a switchblade today, I will be so happy. Right? Wouldn't that just be great? Jerry O'Connell could be there too, and hopefully he's doing well. I haven't seen hide nor hair of Jerry O'Connell in years. Sliders, right? I remember he was on Sliders, and then he married Rebecca Stamos Remains. So I don't know what's up with him, but like, yeah, let's go see a dead body. Hope she didn't rub you the wrong way, kid. She didn't rub me at all. It's a tough situation. I get it. Yep.
あんた今何時だ？
ありゃりゃ、また始まったか。
We have a cast of characters being introduced. What you guys see?
始まったって何のことでしょうか？
The real Monty Python with the Halloween version of Let It Go. Not Let It Go, of Frozen. I don't know. Do you want to see a dead body? It's a horrifically mangled child. Strangulated with some rope or something? He's been hosting game shows now mostly. Really? Aw. Well, I don't know. Like, my understanding is some of those dudes make good money on the game shows. It's kind of, there's not a lot of places for the budget to go other than paying for like the host. The prizes are always like, are usually promotional consideration, right? Like fucking Southwest Airlines is donating the trip to Phoenix. And then Suzuki is donating. Well, Suzuki even make anything? Honda's donating the motor scooter, right? They're just giving you the thing for the. So you're not paying for the prizes. Cash, yeah, you might have a cash prize, but there's nowhere for the money to go but like to pay the host. That's what was the Pat Sajak thing for years and years, right? He was always like, he's like, oh, I despise being on Wheel of Fortune, but they just keep throwing money at me. I would rather do anything else. I think that's why they wound up giving him like a TV show, like a late night talk show in the 90s, the Pat Sajak show, just because they're like, we need to keep this dude from like fucking blowing his head off. But all they just kept doing is paying him more money, more and more money. He's the new host of Big Brother for 2024, Jerry O'Connell. All right, let's figure out this dead kid. Enough talking about 80s child movie stars. By the way, we are not done talking about 80s child movie stars. Not by a damn sight. Not on this stream. Sorry I'm late. Traffic was bad and I forgot my briefcase, so I had to go back. Have you been drinking? Might be able to pull another partner. But not me. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna dig my heels in on something. If we're gonna be looking at dead children, and we're talking about drinking and stuff, he should be allowed to smoke. One of these dudes better light up a cigarette. I'm taking a firm stand on that. That's a weird place to draw the line. I personally feel like I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't particularly, want to be around people smoking cigarettes. But I am more adverse to murdered children than I am to cigarettes. There, I said it.
Yeah.
What a mess. She's really ripping into him. Sorry, kid, got nothing to do with you. Yes. All right. Let's look at the body. Let's go. That's out of the question at the moment. You haven't asked us enough questions about the dude who just arrived for you to look at the dead body. Okay, so don't talk to him here. Engage Kuze. Okay. So then look surroundings. Alright, she's giving him the business. So then I guess let's think. Then the first officer spoke to said that the victim looked strange. Yeah, that's why I wanted to look at the body. Okay, so not that.
被害者は発見された時、異様な様子だったと聞いたのですが。
あ、その通りじゃ。
You could say that.
だから宇津木さんに来てもらったんじゃ。
Part of the reason I called Mr. Utsugi. And I'm like, hey, this is fucked up. You want to come see this?
どういうことなんだろう。
どんな様子か気になる。
Anyway, I'm sure you'd like to get your eyes on
君に
him.
も見せてやりたいところなのじゃが、仏さんはついさっき移送されて、ここもっとも君が調べるのは久世君が許さんじゃろう
Who's
な。
in charge here?
常識的に考えれば彼女が正しいわの。
Following procedures to a T.
確かにそうですよね。
Not letting people look at a murdered minor out of morbid curiosity, right?
でもまあ、
Can't have
これ
fun
くらいは
anymore.
構わんじゃろ
It's the woke police.
う。これが発見された時の
Here's what we look when
仏
we
さん
found
の
it.
姿なんじゃ。
All right, so you see the ligature marks around the neck. Ligature marks. Pronounced ligature marks around the neck. The murderer appears to have put a bag on his head, and also the murderer outlined the body in white tape. Very unusual behavior for a murderer. And why is he's supposed to be like in 8th grade? Why is he dressed like a divorced dad going out on a first date, though? He's wearing... Oh, they said it's a school uniform, right? So he's wearing a school uniform. So that explains the blazer and the Oxford flat front shirt. Flat front or pants. Whatever. The broadcloth shirt because, yeah, he's a student. Okay. I was expecting like a dark blue with like a logo on it, but okay. I'm fine with that.
とりあえず我々は引き上げよ
Toriaizu biru. First off, let's have beer. No, Toriaizu something else. Yep.
はい先生。
What am I going to say? No?
こちらから声をかけといて、君や宇津木さんに申し訳。
う。いいえ。ではまた後ほど。
Yeah, let's be in touch. Let's be in touch with ourselves. Okay, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, there are holes cut out in there? There might be holes cut out in the bag. That's not entirely clear. And if there are holes cut out in the bag, did the killer put it on there? Not really a late title card, but they're taking their time sliding that title card in here. Emio, the Smiling Man, Famicom Detective Club trademark. Chapter 1, The Urban Legend. Utsuki Detective Agency.
あの被害者の様子。
Utsuki says, it
驚いた
wasn't
よ。
easy to look at the victim, was it? I don't know. My gross? Wasn't hard. It's just
か
a
なり
dude with a bag
奇
on
妙
it.
な姿でしたね。
It never is, but yeah.
あゆみちゃんもまだ来てないし。
Well, who told you to call Aogi? I was trying to pick Engage.
被害者は佐々木英介。
Because his name
15
was
歳の男子。
Sasaki Eisuke.
地元の公立中学
He's just 15, still in
の
middle
死因
school.
は首を絞められたことによる窒息死。
Asphyxiation by strangulation. Okay, maybe I'm
警
wrong.
察
Like,
は
to me, like
他
that's
殺と見ているよ。
asphyxiation is when something other than air goes into your lungs. Drowning is when it's a liquid. Suffocation is when... But no, maybe I have it backwards. You know what? Maybe I have it backwards. I'll Google that later. I'll Google causes of death. I promise you. Maybe asphyxiation is when something other than air goes, you know. I might... Hey, that could be it. Right?
被害者には目立った外傷などはなかったよう
Sure.
だ。顔見知りの犯行か、あるいは不意をつかれたか。
Homicide is more likely than the kid putting a bag on his head, squeezing his neck until he dropped dead, and then just sort of like, you know, because it's not like he was hanging from a tree or anything like that. Surprise
あくま
attack.
で現時点での推測だがね。
He was
し
there
かし
doing a
何より
Facebook
気になる
market
のが
deal,
死亡
right?
した
Like
彼のあの姿だ。
someone is going to sell him some Yeezys. I'm most concerned about this paper bag. I can see that.
先生は何か心当たりが。
What do you think it
ああ
means?
実は彼が発見された時のあの姿が
I've seen it
18年前
before.
に起きたある事件の被害者とそっくりなんだよ。
Oh, we had a rash of cases like this.
するとその当時の被害者。
ああそうだ。今
That's
またあ
something
ん
I
な被
thought
害者
about
の
I'd
姿
ever
を見
see
ると
again. So let's talk about these boxing gloves.
先生のグローブ。 いつ見てもかっこいい。
I agree. They look cool hanging here. Let's talk about these
僕もいつか
awards.
こういうものをもらい。
Let's talk about this radio.
そういえばこのラジオが鳴ってたことってあんまり。
This is just like me being antisocial, just like look at everything other than the
この観
person.
葉植物先生が持って帰ってきたんだよな。
Ichigi brought this houseplant in for us. Well, that was nice of him. Let's look at this phone. What's up with this phone?
今日は掃除できていないな。
The phone is a mess?
事務所の電話だ。数年前に留守番電話が使える。
Super useful. Let's look at these phone books. No? Alright, well, that's everything I can think to look at. Oh, wait, it's a person.
先生から話を聞こう。
Well, then let's stop looking at the plants in the phone. Alright. Some of
18
the
年
old
前
murders.
甲府市で連続少女殺人事件が起きたんだ。
Well,
連続
boy.
少女殺人事件。
18年前の事件について聞かないのかい？
Let's think.
先生からお話を聞こう。あゆみちゃんもまだ来てないし。
年齢はまちまちだが、3人の被害者はすべて10代の女の子。いずれも素手によって殺害され
Yeah, but that was 18 years ago, so they'd be between
虐殺だったということね。
31 and 37, so the ages don't match up. This one is, he's only 15. Bare hands,
し
manual
かもその
strangulation.
全員が笑顔が描かれた紙袋をかぶった姿で発見されたんだ。
It's a copycat.
少女たちは同じ年頃だというだけで特につながりのようなものはなかったようだ。そしてその事件は未解決なんだ。犯人
じゃあ今回の事件は
同一人物による犯行
Could
の
be
可
the
能性
same
は
person, or it could be a copycat.
18年前の事件の被害者は
Three
みん
teenage
な女
girls
の子。
strangled to death by hand. What a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, that seems like that'd be a lot of effort. Like, that'd be exhausting. Could you imagine strangling one person to death by hand? That would take it out of you. That's got to be like sapping. Like, I don't know, like my wife doesn't want to get tickled, and like I'll go to tickle her feet, and it's like a workout. You know, can only imagine trying to like, you know, snuff the life out of her and like, oh, let's do that twice more. No, thank you. For the record, I don't kill for moral reasons, not just because it's like a lot of cardio, but the cardio is a consideration. Like that was, ugh, can you imagine, right? That's why dudes who do like, you know, mixed martial arts, they're in such good shape, you gotta be, right? And they're not even necessarily trying to kill each other. So we should look for a dude who's like ripped, real good core strength, right? Does the road work? That's who we're looking for here.
あゆみちゃんもまだ来てないし。
See, it says call. I just want to engage. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to call someone else. I'm trying to gauge. Any other observations?
ここまでの情報の中で
Yeah. Well, like, every time I go to think, you tell me now's not the time to
18年前の被害
think.
者は全員女の子。
And now a middle school
佐々木
boy.
英介君は男の子だ。
Yeah.
18年前の事件の被害者は全て女の子だったんで
That's
す
what
よ
I'm
ね。
saying.
そう今回の被
Target
害
a
者
boy,
は
yeah, right?
確かにそこは相違点だね。当時の事件の被害者が女の子ばかりだった理由は不明のままだ。
Man, maybe it was a
Tama-tama.
coincidence.
だったのかもしれない。今分かっているのはここまでだ。長い時を隔てた2つの事件が
Don't worry, there'll be another body here shortly.
重要なことはちゃんと手帳にメモしたかな？
Oh, I haven't. I mean, I've thought that I should, but I way haven't. I way haven't. Good. 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 Move the cursor to open
メ
notebook
モ
and
を
press the
重
E
視する
button.
ことは探偵の基本だ。
Sasuke is gay, 15-year-old junior high school student. Minami Dyson Junior High, apparently a victim of murder, who was found at a pump station near Kofuku City. SK's cause of death was asphyxiation due to strangulation. Checked for a rope-like object. His estimated time of death was 9 p.m. Alright, paper bag was found with a smile drawn on his face. Condition of SK. I don't know why that's pumping through my main speakers, but Paperweight, thank you for stopping by. Everyone, Raiders, we're solving a crime. There's a dead child, and we're morbidly trying to figure it out. Hello, Paperweight, thanks for stopping by. How was your stream? How was the daily? How'd everything go? Everyone who came by, thank you for stopping by. Junko Kuze is a detective working on the SK Sasuke case. She is 26 years old. Super important. Blainezilla. There we are. See, that's me. That's exactly spot on. Could not look any closer. 19 years of age. Yep, that's me. Actually, hold on. We should, yeah, get these out to here. Kimiharu Kamada, 55-year-old inspector. He's known Itsuki for a long time. He's the lead inspector. And then Shunsuke Utsuke, 40 years old, private investigator, director of the Utsuki Detective Agency. Known inspector from a long time ago. Okay, that's our notebook. Easy daily, fun greed run to finish the stream. Good, I'm glad to hear it. I did do yesterday's daily. It seemed relatively easy enough. Want it being a completely different way than I saw you do it when I watched your stream. I actually don't know how you got like a third of the shit you got. I could probably just watch the full stream and then pick up on it, but I feel like that's, you know, that doesn't actually help me in the long run if I can't figure it out myself live while I do it. There was something else he said that I was missing. That must be Ayumi. Hey, it's the cute girl who's gonna die later on, isn't it? She's dead, right? That's right. We're all on the same page here. That you can't stick around too long. You have family coming to visit. Well, I appreciate you stopping by at least for a little bit, Paperweight. I'm guessing that I don't know.
Ayumi-chan.
Call it Chekhov's revolver, right? Am I interrupting something? You both look serious. We told Ayumi everything we knew. Unless she's not in the age range. I have no idea how she is. Like, she might be too old. Haven't you heard of Emio the Smiling Man? You can't remember how you got the stuff in the run either. Yeah, like I finished with like I had like Mom's Knife and like Stompy and Spun and I don't remember what all else. But like yeah. No, the Smiling Man. The Smiling Man. So how old is she? So she might be too old to 19. She's probably too old. Okay, so I take it back. She's not gonna die. If she was like 15 or 16, then maybe, but I think she's too old to die. Never mind. Okay. The Smiling Man?
Ayumi-chan, Emio って何なの?
微笑みの笑みに男って書いてエミオ。都市伝説の一つなの。
He uses the characters for Smile and Emio. It is? If they say so. I think I got some Angel Rim from Sack Room. It was Maggie. It was Maggie, yeah. I really didn't. I don't remember what all I got. I shouldn't say like what I did and didn't get, but it was completely different. It's an urban legend. The story goes that a man wearing a paper bag with a smiley face on it appears in front of a crying girl. Paper bag with a smiley face on it. Kamibukuro. Paper bag.
そうなの。
We're just gonna zoom in here.
エミオは笑顔が描かれた紙袋をかぶって 泣いている女の子の前に現れこういうの。
And he says, "Do you want to build a snowman?" The fun of the daily challenge is comparing the same seed with others. Yeah. That's almost certainly why they do it that way. Oh, you look so sad, but you don't have to cry anymore. After all, I can give you a smile that will last forever. That's a different bag. See, our victim's bag was drawn differently.
そして女の子は殺されてエミオと同じ紙袋をかぶせられたままその場に置き去りにされる。
Again, I just can't shake the fact that everything in here is now just VTubers. Now that I pointed it out, this is just a live-action VTuber. Like, right? It's all VTuber animation.
最も一般的な話なの。
Let's see. The Smiling Man. The Smiling Man. Oh, look how we have a photo of him handy. Well, that would have been useful. It's an famous urban legend. A paper bag on his head, a smile drawn on it. Don't have to cry anymore, it's a permanent smile. Story goes to leave the victims where they're killed, the same type of bag he wears. Reminiscent of the real serious member. So there should be photos of the old one. I bet you the bags don't look the same.
まるでエミオの話みたい。
Marude sounds, it means totally or wholly, indicating something, yeah, it sounds exactly like what that would be. Let's think.
都市伝説エミオ。2つの事件と何か関係があるのだろう。
So I should also take a brief moment to acknowledge that, like, by my weird, stringent, like, criteria that I sometimes float out, arguably, is it even a game? Right? Is this even a game? Does it qualify as a game? Right? Whether I'm here or not doesn't really impact the progression, the story. There's probably only one solution to everything. It's just a question of thinking until you find out what the solution is. So it's probably more of a puzzle than a game. But as I've talked about before, like that's not intended to be entirely a diss. It can be an enjoyable puzzle, right? A puzzle can be fun. It's just, it's just a different thing. So I still might enjoy the puzzle aspect of it. So it certainly could be that. It's a mystery. All right. Look at Ayumi.
どうかし
I'm just wondering what you would look like dead. I mean, look at the
今
scissors.
日は掃除。
Look at the scissors.
あゆみちゃんの後ろの棚はそ
We've
ろ
got
そ
to
ろ。
organize. Most organized thing I've ever seen in my life, right there. Like, cool.
あゆみちゃんの後ろの棚はそろそろ整理。
All right.
エミオにもいろいろな話があるのかな。他
Oh
の
yeah,
都市
what are the
伝説。
variations?
うん。
Well observed.
出会った時に笑えばエミオはそのまま立ち去るという話もあったり。
Good to know. Smile at people, they won't murder you. That's the lesson I've learned. If someone comes up to you, smile at them. That way they won't kill you. Also, when you smile, you want to lock eye contact and like bare your teeth at them. Right? That's friendly.
エミオの素顔を見たら殺
I also
さ
heard that
れ
if
る。
you look directly at his face, he's definitely going to kill you.
笑えば立ち去る。顔を見れば殺される。か。
でも泣いている女の子の前に現れるというのは
Well, we got a boy.
都市伝説か。口頭無形なものがほとんどだが、実際に起きた事件が背景にあるものも少なく、今回の事件はその後者だと考えるべきなのかもしれないね。かなり複雑な背景がありそうだな。
I mean, what else are we going to do with it? Like, we have no other leads,
全員
apparently.
で
You can't look
手
at...
分けして取り組んでいこう。
We're not allowed to look at the body. We're not allowed to look at the crime scheme. Crime scheme? Scheme. We're not allowed to look at the crime scene. There's not a whole hell of a lot else we can hang our hat on video game.
というところで、これを
First,
2
I
人
like
に
you
渡しておくよ。
I'd like you to take these. They're Famicom disk systems. The hell are these?
これは
携帯電話。
Ah, Keitai Denwa. Yes, they're cell phones.
これで連絡が取りやすくなるだろう。さあ、
Take is an option. Take what? Really?
ありがとうございます。活用していきます。
Don't run up my bill.
ありがとう
We
ござい
haven't
ます。
established
お借りします。
a year here. I didn't see a computer anywhere. Right, there were no computers. Wasn't a fax machine either.
さて、僕は確かめたいことがあるから出かけてくるよ。
So this, what is this, late 90s?
調査内
maybe?
容の分担は2人で相談して決めてほしい。
Hard to tell on the cell phone.
わかりました。
いってらっしゃい先生。
Bye bye. All right, let's check out this phone. Oh, they're actually gonna.
もう
Nice.
目の前にいるのに早速かけてみたの？
Yeah.
うん。携帯電話使ったことがなかったから。
Okay, so I'm guessing early
私も
90s.
電話を持ち歩けるなんてとてもでも必要な時にだけ使うようにしましょうね。すぐじゅ
そ
Or
う
the
だね。
battery doesn't last
気を
long.
つける
You
よ。
also pay like $35 a minute. All right.
あゆみちゃん、どうやって手分けしようか。
Yeah, how are we tackling this shit?
その前に
Reviewing
今
our
日
notes to see
分かっ
if
た
there's
ことを
anything
整
we
理
can
して
deduce.
そ
Do I have a deduce option now? Oh no, we have a review option though. All right.
今朝
Slowly,
遺体で発見された
slowly
佐々木
rolling out the
君は
features. I suspect suicide. Again, yeah, he just stood there and strangled himself. It was an ice noose. He made a noose out of ice and then hung himself with the ice noose, and then the noose melted away and then evaporated, and that's how he died.
その様子から他殺だと考えられている。
Suspect
ええ
homicide.
そうね。
そして佐々木くんが発見された時、笑顔彼のその姿は
Yes, but we can't assume he didn't always wear a paper bag with a smile around his head, right? Like, we should find his yearbook photo. Maybe he always wore that. Maybe that was his thing, right? Maybe, you know? Maybe this isn't unusual. It's like the urban legend, right?
エミオという都市伝説の犠牲者によく
そうね。
Toshi Densetsu, I guess, is urban legend. Densetsu is legend, so Toshi Densetsu is urban legend.
そしてその都市伝説は
Toshi Densetsu.
18年前に幸福市で起きた連続少女殺人事件を連想させる内容だ。
Satsujin Ken is
エミオ
murder.
の都市
See,
伝説は
I hear a word
18
every
年
so
前
often
の
that
事
I
件が
know.
元となったものなんだろうか。その都市伝説と佐々木英介君殺害との関連性は
Yeah, the order is completely. He's talking about the legend and Sasuke Ensuke.
今回の被害者は男の子なのよね。
Yes.
そうなんだよ。先生の話によれば18年前の事件では男の子の被害者はいなかったって。
Yeah.
でも無関係とは思えないわね。
Mukanke, I think, is coincidence, right?
佐々木くんは同じような紙袋をかぶせられていたんだもの。
Yeah, horrible paper bags.
他に何か気になることはなかったの？
Anything else on your mind? I guess that's my hint to think.
他に気になることか。そういえば今回の事件の担当刑事のクゼっていう女性の刑事さんのことを先生が知っているみたいなんだ。
They were on the force years ago, is my guess.
先生は何とおっしゃってるの？
実は
Probably.
聞きそびれちゃってよくわからないんだ。
そうなのね。とりあえずどうしましょうか。
Where do we go from here?
私は現場を見ていないから。
What notes do we have? Anything new here? Reminiscent of real murders. If you laugh, he won't kill you. Okay, so that's new, but it doesn't do us anything. Let's think again. Can I think one more time?
そうだな。まずは何せよ情報が全く足りてないから警察署に行って話を聞いてこようと思うんだ。
That's true. Give CSI a chance.
じゃあ私は佐々木くんの最近の様子とかを調べてみることにするわ。それで
Let's
い
see
い
how
ね。
much semen is at the scene. I'm guessing a lot. I'm guessing there's a ton of semen at the scene. If I've seen anything about crime scene stuff, it's 95% semen usually. Like 95, 98% semen.
頼んだよ。
2% is IKEA furniture. It's the makeup of the world. Travel! We're gonna have a chance to travel to the police station.
じゃあ行ってくるよ。
私も出かけるわ。
Gotta bust out the black light. Oh, you can see it. But yes, the black light will help. Burn your retinas out.
ねえ。今日
Before
の
you
あなた
go!
すごく冴えてるんじゃない？なんだかそんな気がするの。
That's, you know what? I hope she doesn't die. That's nice of her, right? Hey, thanks.
じゃあまた後でね。
Mata atane. Nose keeps itching for some reason. Police station.
鎌田警部はいるだろうか。
Low tempo, police procedural Japanese jazz. Going at you. Let's just look around. How's her can?
あの不敬さんに聞いてみようかな。鎌田警部の姿。
Posters. All right, so that's basically the two things we can look at. Okay. Think.
鎌田警部に会えるかな。
All right. So look, think, listen. That's gonna be my battle plan here, right? It's gonna be look, think, listen.
近くにいる人に聞いてみよう。
Talk to someone nearby. People nearby.
お忙しいところすみません。
Huh? Overcomes WPC Fields.
何かご用なの？
鎌田警部はいらっしゃいますか？
Come on. Duck.
鎌田警部ですか？
Kamada. Kebu. Oh, okay. Kamo. That's Kamada.
実は僕、
I gotta get my hair cut today.
ち
That's
ょ
the
っと待
plan.
って。
Today's my
あなた
anniversary.
どこかで会ったことあるわよね。
4 years with my wife. We can go out to dinner. I'm gonna get my hair cleaned up. I'm gonna look nice. Nice for me. Hey, haven't we met before? No.
どこで会ったんだっけ？
You're so familiar. No, you don't know me.
言われてみれば。
Happy anniversary. Thank you, the Romani Python. It's very nice of you to say. She seems to think she recognized my face. I do stream a couple hours in the morning every day. You know, it's probably where you know me from. It's probably where you know
ど
me
こ
from.
で会ったんだっけ？
So then look at her face. Do you recognize her?
あの時のも。
All right, look at that TV. No computers. This has to be like the
あなたは
80s.
確
So
か
so I guess this isn't necessarily a modern remake of the games or like the time period. It's obviously not like 2024, right? Like clearly not.
はい、宇津木探偵事務所の。
なんていう名前だったかしら。
僕は。
Dot dot dot.
ああ、そうだったわね。お久しぶり。
お久し
Oh,
ぶりで
he's
す。
super geeky.
こちらに転勤されたんですか？それにメガネをかけていらっしゃるからすぐに気づきませんでした。
Yeah, it's the
そう
glasses.
なの。
It's always the glasses.
少し前にこっちに来たのよ。普段はコンタクトなの。
相変わらず素敵な不敬さんだな。
Notebook open. Others. Police officer. Undisclosed police officer. Yes, used to work at a different station. So she's the murderer, right? Everyone who appears is going to be the murderer in my book. Until proven otherwise, everyone is guilty. I don't know. I don't precisely know how Japanese jurisprudence works, but I'm assuming everyone is guilty until proven innocent. Yeah, go see if he's ready. Chop chop.
お待たせ。へえ、君が探偵だって？
Oh, okay, yep.
今朝現場にいた
The drunk dude.
鎌田警部は打ち合わせ中だからこの僕が君の相手を任されたってわけ。はじめまして、上原大輔っす。
See.
上原の神は上じゃなくて神がかってるとかの神ね。
Call me Dice. Call me God. No, he's call me. You can call me God. Like, not that you can call me Dice. You can call me God or hair or paper, right? Because Kami is.
こんにちは。宇津木探偵事務所の者です。
Interesting choice.
久世刑事に怒られてた人。
Think.
あんまり刑事っぽくない人だ。
Yep. Correct. Look. Think. Listen.
今朝の事件の詳細が聞きたいんだよね。
Yes. I'm here to scope out this murder.
お忙しい中恐縮なのですが。
We'd normally give the real police
なんだって喋っちゃうから何でも聞いてよ。
Yeah. We like to give the real police enough rope to hang themselves with while we solve the crime.
あの被害者なんだけど、実はさ。
いきなりここで。
上原刑事、奥で話されてはいかがですか？
Yes.
そうですよね。こんなところでなんてねえ。貴重なアドバイスあざした。
Yeah. Let's.
ささ、奥の部屋へどうぞどうぞ。
大丈夫なんだろうか。探偵くん、そんな呼ばれ方するのはちょっと。
The Tantai-kun is pretty disrespectful.
どうぞ。
あ、どうもありがとうございます。
Who doesn't like tea?
冷めないうちにどうぞどうぞ。せっかくお姉さんが入れてくれたんだからさ。
Maybe he could be the murderer. Wouldn't that be nice?
事件についての詳しいお話を聞かせてもらい。
そりゃそうだ。お茶を飲みに来たわけじゃないもんね。
Enjoy your dinner at Mystery. Don't let it be a mystery dinner. Thank you, the Romandi Python. I appreciate it. Enjoy your day at work. It won't be a mystery dinner. I'm gonna get a steak. I don't know exactly who did it.
さて、何から聞きたい？
Let's start with the semen. Yeah, start with the semen. Scene. Start with the scene. Scene of it.
遺体発見現場は国道沿いにあるポンプ場のすぐ脇だよ。昼間でもあんまり人が来なさそうな場所だね。
Was the body taken there, or was he killed there? Right? Because why would be a 15-year-old kid be wearing a school outfit at a deserted pumping station?
現場をたまたま通りかかった人が通報してくれたんだ。
I think I've actually heard that joggers find a lot of dead bodies.
昨日の午後9時頃だね。あのポンプ場付近は街灯も少ないから夜になると真っ暗になるんだ。一体なぜ被害者があの場所を訪れたのかはまだ捜査中で分かってないんだけど。
Great detectiving, yeah, like that's a good question.
被害者の名前や年齢はもう知ってるかな？
Yep.
はい。 被害者は地元の公立中学3年生の佐々木英介、年齢は15歳。今朝、
15歳。
現場の方にも行きました。
お、素晴らしい情報収集能力。そっか、現場に来てたんだ。
He's speaking.
あなたがこっぴどく怒られているところをバッチリ目撃しました。
Again, bearing in mind that my Japanese isn't great, but the other detective, he's speaking very informally and like very disrespectfully to the main character.
被害者があんな時間にあんな場所へ行った理由はまだ不明だけど、現場横の国道を車で通りかかった人が何かを見かけたという可能性はなきにしもあらずかな。
Someone might have seen something.
上原刑事から話を聞こう。
I haven't stopped listening. More observations?
でもさ、普通そんな時間そんな場所に、しかも男子中学生が行くとは思えないよね。なんであんなところへ行ったんだろう。国道沿いにあるポンプ場のすぐ脇だよ。昨日の午後9時頃だね。
Alright, have I asked him enough questions?
被害者の佐々木英介は発見された。
Yeah, paper bag.
笑顔が描かれた紙袋ですね。
Don't wait on me, game.
そう、奇妙な状況だよね。しかもその紙袋、どうやら結構古いものみたいでさ。
So it's not a fresh bag. So is it like? But the illustrations they've shown so far, it's actually a different, right? It's drawn differently. So is this like an original?
古い。
Yeah, it's an OG PS9 Charizard, first edition paper bag. Is that what it is? Like this is an actual from the murder?
科捜研で詳しく調べてるところだよ。鑑定結果が出る。
上原刑事から話を聞こ
う。ちなみに今回の被害者が発見された状況って過去に起きたある事件に似てるんだよね。
18年前の連続少女殺人事件ですね。
その通り。いやー、何でも知ってるんだね。
さすが。
探偵くん。
今回も探偵くんって呼ばれるのか。
Yep.
その事件でも遺体の頭に笑顔が描かれた紙袋がかぶせられていたって話もあるし、だからそっち関係も含めて多方面から捜査していくことになりそうだよ。
Yep.
複雑な事件ですよね。
18年前の事件の被害者は全員女の子だった。だから連続少女殺人事件なわけだけど、でも今回の事件の被害者は男子中学生なんだよね。ねえ探偵くん。
はい。
18年前の事件の被害者たちと今回の事件の被害者にはもう一つ大きな相違点があるんだけど。
I mean, other than it being 18 years ago.
わかる。
それは
all the others were manually strangled. This one was strangled with a rope.
殺害方法が違うですよね。
さて、君大正解。
Yep.
お見事。その通りだよ、探偵くん。
I was paying attention. ADHD be damned.
紐状のもので首を絞められたようだね。
Made out of ice.
そうだ。18年前は素手による殺人。そして佐々木英介は紐状のもので首を。
And again, not to harp on it, I think I think the bags look different too. Like
首
they
を
were
絞められて殺害されたってのは同じだけど、凶器の有無に違いがあるんだよね。
Dun, dun, dun. Let's go ahead and think.
上原刑事から話を聞く。
18年前の事件も含め多方面から捜査していくことになりそうだよ。
Sure, sure. What about the
18年前か。探偵君は当時のことを覚えてる？
I was alive, I was one.
僕が1歳ぐらいの頃なので。
そっかそっか。やっぱ見た目通り若いんだね。それで探偵やってるなんて大した。僕も探偵になればよかったかな。なんかこうかっこいいよね。
That's me. I don't play by the rules.
怒られることもないし。あ、そうだ。探偵君のところで雇ってもらえないかな。
Alright, what else do you think?
僕、刑事より探偵の方が向いてるかも。
Can I think again?
上原刑事から話を。
You say keep listening to him. Like that's sort of a
18年前の事件も含め多方面から捜査していくことになりそうだよ。
like if I guess maybe highlighting it a bit more.
当時の事件の。
僕は当時小学生だったけどよく覚えてるよ。被害者はみんな未成年。
But like having a little highlight next to like, hey, we want you to keep, because it seems like they very much want me to do like talk about this topic 5 times or 3 times or whatever. Like
僕らがっていうより
somehow indicate to me it's like, hey, we think you should keep asking about this and you'll get a different answer. Right? Or change the
集団
prompt.
登校に集団下校。近所の大人たちも付き添ったり見守ったり。
Sure, people get paranoid about kids getting
その
murdered.
様子は
People were weird
さ
like
なか
that.
ら大名行列。
It was an old Eugene Merman joke of something to the effect of nobody thinks it's funny if you pick up a random child and start running, not even for 5 feet, right? Like it's something about presenting. It's like he's tested the distances. Like if it's a short distance, they wouldn't mind as much. But yeah, people get real paranoid with child murder.
イメージね、イメージ。
It's called a metaphor.
下校時は
Anyway,
みんな
every
で
day we
体
gather in
育
the gym to make sure we were all there.
足りない時があって、そん時はも
そりゃそうなりますよね。
うもちろん僕は先生、上原くんがいませんって言われて超探し回られてたタイプね。
What a dick.
迷惑。
学校まで子供を迎えに来る保護者もいたし、今改めて思うとすごく守られてたな。あの時はすみませんでした先生方と。まあそんなこんなで子供は日が暮れる前に犯人も商
I
売
guess we
上
did
が
get
った
the
りだよ
killer
ね。
anyone to kill.
商売は変か。
Oh, he's a comedian. Yeah, see, like, if these changed, like, if it said ice skate's case before, if I get something different this
18年前
time,
の事件も含め
it's the same thing we got last time. But sometimes it's the same title, but you get a different answer.
当時の被害者たちが奇妙な袋をかぶせられた状態で見つかった。
そうなんですか。
18年
Don't they have, like, photos from, like, do we have photos from, like,
僕が忘れてる
18
だけかも
years
しれ
ago?
ない
Like, those case files gotta be somewhere, right? Like, let's look. Let's check out the
でも
bags.
さすがにそんなショッキングなこと忘れるわけな
It's
いと思うんだ
are the old bags in the evidence room? Like, there's things we could be doing here.
紙袋のことは覚えてないな。
Okay, now think.
18年前に小学生だったってこと。
Isn't that in our notebook? Oh, it is not. What do we got now on Sasuke? That brother was fairly old. What do we learn about ourselves? Nothing important. Nothing we didn't already know. Good thing we're writing down shit about us. But I actually am very grateful for the game doing that. Let's get our tea.
いただきます。
Let's not be rude.
うまい？あのお姉さんが入れてくれたお茶は。
はい、とても。
いいな。僕も後でお願いしようっと。
断られるような気がする。
楽しみだな。紙袋のことは。
Okay, so I think we've picked through this dude as much as we can.
20代半ばってところかな。変わった刑事さんだな。上原刑事は知っていそうな年齢だ。
Alright, so that's, yeah, ask him about the smiling man legend. There you go. See, that thing where it flashes yellow? If that's not been doing that, I haven't noticed it, but that's
エミオと
useful.
いう都市伝説をご存知ですか？
エミオ？
Emio?
はい、微笑みの笑みに男と書いてエミオなんですが。
知らないな。どんな都市伝説なの？
This is to see how well I remember it? Is this like quizzing me?
僕は上原刑事にあゆみちゃんから聞いたエミオの
Dun, 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 dun.
今回の事件や18年前の事件に妙に近い内容だ。ただの偶然にしてはできすぎているような。
Who's in this show? It's not a coincidence.
僕、今結構鋭いことを言ったよね。
Yeah, this dude is annoying as fuck.
はい、
Deal without him.
多分
But maybe he's the murderer. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be nice.
そうで
We
しょ、
can
そう
hold
で
out
しょ。
hope.
なんて冗談はさておき、気になる話だね。メモっとこ。情報提供ありがとうね。
Alright. So think again, keep
なんだか
talking.
つかみどころがない。
Hard to pin down what you might be thinking. Take the tea.
おいしいお茶だな。上原刑事、後で入れてもらえるのかな。
都市伝説エミオは今回の事件と18年前の都市伝説ね。
Alright. Anything else here? Okay. Yeah. So which is like something I'll indicate I shouldn't ask him again about that. Alright, so then think.
俺、刑事さん。
Do we get anything new in our notebook? He's never heard of the Emio, the smiling man. Alright. So, we can't. That doesn't do anything listening, doesn't do anything looking and examining. Unless there's something particular on him. No, it's just him in general. I can look at the tea, I guess, right?
不敬さんが持ってきてくれた。
We can keep drinking the tea, is the only thing I can think of.
お茶を飲める雰囲気じゃなくなっちゃったな。
Think?
表情が
Pretty grim face he's making right now. And then use phone.
ここ
Like,
で
what
電
else
話
is
を
there?
使うのよ。
It's not a good time. He's making a pretty grim face. Take the tea. I would just keep
お茶
drinking
を飲め
tea.
る雰囲気じゃない。
Look at your surroundings. Haven't done that yet.
広い。
Anything else I could look at? The door, these cases, filing cabinet. Like we should be like looking at the old cases. Like what do, right? Do we have photos of like the victims, like that sort of shit? Why does he have a grim
表
face?
情が険しくなったよな。
う
we've asked all of those questions. We've looked everywhere we can look. We've taken the tea multiple
お茶を飲める
times.
雰囲気じゃない。
Can't use the
こ
phone.
こで電話を使う。表情が
Thinking this. All right, so like we are kind of stuck here. What am I stuck on though?
表情が
Keeps just saying it's a grim face. I don't think I can look at his face specifically.
神原刑事が僕きっと何かに気づいたんだ。これが刑事なのか。
Okay, so now he has an observation. So it was looking at the face. So it just because it says like look at him, there's different areas you can look at.
実はさ、僕とても重要なことに気づいてしま
What
った。
haven't we considered? A copycat.
はい。
探偵君、あの父兄さんと仲良しなんだね。いいな
え
Isn't that nice? That's why she got the
本当
tea.
に素敵だよね。彼女の存在ってある種の都市伝説だよね。彼女がここに転勤してきてくれてよかった。運命の出会いって感じだよ。さすがは神原。ほんとついてる。マジで神がかってるよな、俺って。
Yeah, again, they're not. Kamiga is like. Yeah. See, not calling him Dice. I don't know why they made that decision.
先輩、お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様ですじゃないでしょ。
Don't give me that.
あんた何くだらないことくっちゃべってんのよ。真面目に仕事しなさい。仕事を。
I.
違うんです。
I'm trying to solve the
こ
murder.
の
I'm
子が
trying.
うちの父兄さんが素敵だななんて言うもんだから、若いっていいなみたいな。そんじゃあ自分は失礼します。あとよろしく。
出て行ってしまった。
たくも。今朝はごめんなさい。
Yeah, you've been a little bit of a bitch here, lady.
ああ、まだ名乗ってなかったわね。捜査一課の久世純子です。
あ、宇津木探偵事務所の者です。今朝はお邪魔をしてすみませんでした。
あなたのことうちが呼んだって知らなかったから申し訳な。
いえ、そんな。
ただし私の仕事の邪魔だけはしないでちょうだい。
Sure.
はい。
I'm here to help. I'm on your side. I'm here to help you solve the crime. Open the notebook. What do we discover about Junko? Okay. Daisuke's a piece of shit is what we uncovered. Look.
申し訳なかったと言ってもらえたけど、決してこの
And now we'll think.
気まずい。
And now we will listen.
ごめんなさい。仕事があるから失礼するわ。
Let me see the case files. That's what I.
しまった。
Let me see the old files.
そうだ。鎌田警部がまだ。
Inspector Kamada will show me the old case files, right? Surely.
お願いします。一杯だけでいいんで。
お茶なら自分で入れてください。
そんな。
上原刑事。
はあ、僕もお姉さんが入れてくれた熱々のお茶飲みたいな。
Nomitai would want to drink. He really wants to drink hot tea made by One-chan, right? Made by her.
本当に言うんだ。
そうすればこれからの捜査も全力で頑張れそうなのにな。
これからも、right?
うわ、探偵君。
How embarrassing.
もう帰るの？じゃあまたね。
やっぱり
Shameful.
断られてた。上原刑事、どんまい。
Don't mind. No, you should mind
見
that.
てたのね今の。
ちょっとお聞きしたいことが。
じゃあ向こうで話しましょう。
Oh, let's find somewhere more private to discuss. Can
上
you
原
let me
刑事
see
からちゃんと話は聞けた？
back in the main area? This bitch in the background has not moved a fucking millimeter. Right? She's just been staring at us the whole time. In a really disconcerting way.
はい。
I mean, information is it's a relative term, isn't it? Look.
いつ見ても素敵な服。
Sure. Think.
鎌田警部はまだ。
And now listen.
す
Ask
みま
about
せ
the
ん。
inspector.
鎌田警部は。
ごめんなさい。打ち合わせが長引いちゃってるみたいなの。
Meetings do run long, it
あ、
happens.
そうですか。また明日にでも出直した方がいいよさ。
Well, still, never. It did highlight travel, so I guess they're trying to
あの
indicate to
人
me, hey,
は
we can
特
bounce.
別ね。あなたはああいう大人になっちゃダメよ。
Dame, dame, dame yo, dame, dame yo. Baka me time.
あなた少し大人っぽくなったわね。
Thanks for noticing. Thanks for noticing. Get back to
そ
the
れでは
detective agency.
僕はこれで失礼します。鎌田警部によろしくお伝えください。
気をつけて帰るのよ。
It's kind of interesting if you really stop to think about Nintendo as a company, like the games that they would normally make. For them to make a game about murder is so far outside of like the established, like Nintendo milieu. It's so unusual for them, and this also is like an old game. Like, you know, the games go back to the 80s. So I don't know. There's just something about like Nintendo. What are they about? We're about magic and mushrooms and kingdoms and saving princesses. We're about adventure and cute things and murder. Right? Like it's a
おかえり。
real cognitive dissonance type thing, right?
おかえりなさい。
Okari nasai
君、今日の調査はどうだった？
went great.
僕は
What
警
great
察
head
署に
tea.
話を聞きに行ってきま
Talked
し
to a
た。
prick. It was
鎌
a
田
good
警部
time.
は会議中だったので、上原という刑事さんが話してくれました。
そうか。お疲れ様。あゆみちゃん、君は？
Yeah, what did you do all day?
私は佐々木くんの家に行って話を聞いてきました。佐々木家はごく普通の家庭環境だと感じられました。すごく辛い最中なのに真実を知りたいからといってご家族に佐々木くんやご家族にトラブルなどはなかったようです。ただ夕べ遅くに帰ってきた佐々木くんはそのまま部屋に閉じこもって今までそんなことなかったみたいでご家族も戸惑っていたそうです。呼びかけても返事がないので様子を見ることにしたようなんですが8時頃お母さんが玄関付近で物音に気づきに受話器を持った学校の制服を着たままの佐々木くんがいたそうなんです。 すると佐々木くんは驚いたような顔で受話器をまた自室に閉じこもってしまった。
Locked himself in his room for real.
佐々木くん
様子を見る限りそうみたいよね。もちろん電話の相手はわからないわ。間もなくして佐々木くんは出かけたみたいね。ご家族は気がつかなかったみたい。今日分かったことはここまでです。
She got more done than I did.
一体何が？
僕は18年前の事件の報じられ方を確認してきた。
Okay, someone finally.
実は当時、例の紙袋のことを警察は公開していなかった。
So the paper bag. That's why Daisuke didn't know about it.
だから上原刑事は紙袋のことを公開しなかった理由は何だったんでしょうか？
Prevent copycats.
心当たりはあるにはあるが、それについては
わかりました。
当時警察が事件の詳細を公開しなかったのならば、連続少女殺人事件が都市伝説エミオのモデルだと単純に結びつけるのには
I don't know about that. No, I mean people know about the
佐々
urban
木君の
legend.
事件とエミオはどこかで結
I
び
mean people know about it. You could argue that you might not know where the urban legend
こ
came
の都市伝
from.
説にあると僕は考え
Right?
て
You
い
could
る。
argue saying, oh, they can't prove the urban legend came from a series of murders 18 years ago, but like people know the urban legend, so you can't say it's not connected.
もしや先生。
ああ、エミオのことは僕に任せてくれ。実に興味深い。さあ、
Yeah,
二人とも
I bet.
今日分かったことをもとに君。
わかりました。
So the review, I guess this is where we hit like the quiz. So this is where she's gonna quiz me, and I don't know, but I don't know how much further the demo goes, but I think we'll do this quiz and then I'll start to
遺体で
start
見
to
つかっ
wrap
た
up
佐々木
here.
君の頭には笑顔が描かれた
We
紙
have a
袋
victim
が
with a paper
隠され
bag
て
on
い
his
た
head with a
こ
smiley
れと
face
同
on
様の
it.
事件は過去にも起き
So
ていた。
similar crimes took place. They're gonna see how well I remember 18 years ago, right? So this is where I should be writing shit down. It's for
18
this.
年前だ。
そうね。
その通りだ。
Sono tori da.
18年前の事件は
It
3
involved
件の
three
連続
murders,
殺
all
そして
girls.
被害者には共通し
All of them were girls.
10代の女の子だった。
Yep.
ひどい事件よね。
18年前の事件の犯人は
Killer was never caught. Yep.
紙袋の
We never
となる
mentioned the paper bags.
その犯人被害者遺族当時そう
どう？これまでに集めた
そうだね今のだ
At this, yeah. I have no idea who killed Ice. That's true. I have no idea who killed Isuke Sasuke. Something seemed off about. I got lucky and saw. So the first one is true, but I feel like it's not just like. It's not that. It's what's a better answer. So even for the past one, it's like, hey, they're all teenage girls, or they all went to high school. I think they all went to high school is still technically correct, but I don't know. I think something was off about the way he was killed, right? Definitely.
あの佐々木くんの様子に
そう。
Well, why was he
なんと
out
なく
there?
だけどね
Oh, that's not the
今
right
日の調
answer.
査で分かったこと。
So that isn't the correct answer.
情報の整理きちんとしていかな。
そうだね
So I feel like that they didn't give me the chance to point out why I thought was wrong with that.
では、明日も手分けして調査を進めよう。
私は佐々木くんが通っていた中学校へ。
So maybe there is like a score,
警察
like
署で情報を集め
'cause
ま
I
す
feel like that they're telling me like, yeah, that wasn't a great answer, but like I was trying to tell them like, you know, it's unusual that like his body, like why was he out there at that time, and also like how did he get that far that quickly, right? I don't know. I guess they weren't very clear about where he lived relative to the pump station. Chapter 2, Disappearance. All right, I'll start to do a wrap up here though. Like we'll, part of me wants to keep playing this. I do like to see where this would go, but I don't know how much further like the demo goes, right?
お疲れ様です。
お
Can
お
we get to
君か
save here?
昨日は来てくれた
Sorry I
のに
wasn't available when you stopped by.
いえ、お忙しいと思います。
もちろんじゃなんで
Let's head back room.
Hi.
We love that back room, man. We can't get enough of that. Alright, let me get to the save spot here.
いかがですか佐々木英介の
Any more of the victim?
残念ながら新しい情報を
Alright, cool. Yeah, I am enjoying it. It seems fun. It's narrative. It's interactive fiction, right? Like, but there might be some element of there being like a scorekeeping type thing. Because like I said, I think that one answer I gave at the end wasn't the best answer, and they're just kind of like, oh, okay, that's what you think, huh? All right, well, whatever. What do you know? So maybe there's something along that lines. I'll have to check to see how long the demo is. If the demo is, let's say, the first 5 chapters or the first 4 chapters or whatever, then maybe I'll keep playing the demo. If the demo's over here in a little bit, then, you know, maybe I'll stop there. I think I would get the full game, play through it. I don't. You guys have to let me know what you think of streaming it. You have to let me know how interesting it is. And the way you can do that, there's a little suggestion box on the About, right? If you go to the About page for Twitch, there's a place you put suggestions in there. Also, based on like the way people watch stuff, like if it has more time being watched, then I know people were interested in it, right? I like playing the video games. I like streaming them, but I'm not going to bother streaming something that you guys don't want to watch. I'll play that in my own time. So that's all kind of like the tightrope I find myself partially walking. But at any rate, let's do, we got a couple people kicking around still, so we'll go ahead and we'll pass off to someone, we'll raid to someone. We'll probably raid someone playing The Binding of Isaac, right? Because I know there's a through line of people who like Binding of Isaac. And that's a good place for it. So, I want to give a shout out to Real Mighty Python. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for kicking down the door. Mr. Central, thank you as always for stopping by. It's always nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day at work. We have a spammer trying to post in the chat as well, so fuck to the spammer. Paperweight, thank you for the raid. Everyone who came over on Paperweight's raid, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, guys. It means a lot to me. To everyone else who's watching me, thank you for watching me play video games. You didn't have to watch me play video games. You could play video games yourself. You could have watched something utterly unrelated to video games whatsoever. You could have watched, since I mentioned it, Jonathan Creek. Great BBC detective series. Oh, God, from almost 25, 30 years ago now. Alan Davies stars as a magician's assistant who winds up solving murders with a investigative journalist. Real fun stuff, really interesting. Some great murder mystery type stories, right? And really well done. It's out there on the internet somewhere, but you didn't. You didn't watch Jonathan Creek. You watched me play video games. I may never fully understand why I brewed, but I appreciate you doing it nonetheless. To everyone who wasn't watching me, thank you for not watching me. I appreciate when people don't watch me, because I appreciate when people leave me the fuck alone. Let's see who we can raid. Someone who speaks English. Someone who doesn't have a lot of viewers. Someone in the moment who's playing The Binding of Isaac. And that answer is... Who's available? Who's available? Dun, dun, dun. Spanish. French. Finnish. Dun, dun, dun. That's Russian. I have no idea what that is. Cyrillic. Dun, 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 dun. Espanol. We could do English and Finnish. Holziger-Schrift. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll raid Holziger-Schrift. There's currently not really anyone watching right now, so we'll start the raid there. And on that note, I hope everyone has a good day. Peace out and deuces. Be well. Be safe. Keep your socks dry.